help, and I recently got a question about omegas and the vegan diet. So the question was, I'm vegan, should I worry about omegas, and do I need to eat pond scum? So let me give you a little bit of background first. I think this question is really about omega-3 fatty acids, which are one of a whole family that includes other ones like omega-6, omega-7, omega-9, and many of the fats that we consume in our diet have all of them, and that's not bad. They're considered essential fatty acids because the body doesn't make them, so they come from food. And omega-3s are further subdivided into ALA, DHA, and EPA. ALA is easy to get from plant foods, and your body will convert some of that into the other forms, which are considered the more active forms. But that conversion rate isn't the same for everybody. And we care about omega-3s because they're needed for a lot of things in the body. They are anti-inflammatory, they seem to help modulate blood clotting, they regulate blood pressure and cholesterol, and they're also really important for brain function and mood. One of the most important things to think about isn't so much like the total amount, but the balance among the different kinds of fatty acids in your diet. And in the standard American diet, omega-6s are really dominant, and they're maybe the less healthy type. They tend to come from more processed foods and processed seed oils and things like that. And for many people, that ratio is like as high as 15 omega-6 to 1 omega-3, and an optimal ratio is thought to be more like 4 to 1 or even 3 to 1. So one way to address that is just with your diet in general. So choosing your fats wisely. In cooking oil, like an expeller pressed canola oil is better than a generic vegetable oil or a safflower or palm oil, for instance. And then plant-based foods that are high in omega-3s, which is typically the ALA form in plant foods, are flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, which are well known, but also tofu, navy beans, Brussels sprouts, avocados, and then some fortified foods as well. If you were eating a fish, you would get DHA and EPA directly, or you could do what the fish do and get those things from algae or pond scum, as the questioner said. And so those forms from algae also in supplements are less likely to be contaminated than fish or fish oil supplements, because just think about how that works in the food chain. So less heavy metal contamination there. So at the end of the day, eating less processed foods tends to lead to a better ratio of omega-3 to omega-6s, and you can get the plant form in your diet if you pay attention and do it actively. Over the long term, though, if you eat a completely plant-based diet, you could be low in some of those omega-3 essential fatty acids. If you are at risk for metabolic issues, like through family history or other inflammatory disorders or mood disorders, you've maybe had these conversations with your doctor and you know that that's a risk factor for you, you could use a supplement like an insurance policy. And actually, an omega-3 supplement is one of the very few that I think is generally useful for most people on a plant-based diet. Not necessary, but potentially useful. So if you're going to do that, I would recommend looking for a supplement that's got 1 gram of a mixture of EPA and DHA daily, and always look for a third-party certification that it was tested by USP or NSF or something else like that. And I'll talk another day about how to choose supplements.